All right, here we are at yet another session of Tarot Spills the Tea. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. This one is featuring RHOA's very own Cynthia Bailey Hill. All right, and I added the hill. I haven't seen her add it, but I wanted to add it. I wanted to add it because I had heard she was married now. Why won't you return to RHOA? Tell us, okay? As if it's any of our business. But anyway, let's begin this session on Cynthia Bailey and why won't she return to RHOA? But first, just for any of you, in case you don't know who I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul. I do have a spiritually based website at unapologeticallysage.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook under Unapologetically Sage.
But first, before we continue, what I need you all to do is bring your beautiful eyes to the bottom of your screen, no matter what screen you're looking at, whether that is your iPhone, your Android, your Cricket, your whatever screen, whether it's an iPad, a laptop, a notebook, whether it's your flat screen or big booty screen TV, whatever screen you're looking at. Bring your beautiful eyes to the bottom of it and look at that red bar at the bottom, and what it says is, this is for entertainment purposes only, and every single word is what? Alleged, and not to be used as facts. So anytime that you see this red bar at the bottom, the sentence inside applies.
Per usual, what I always do is give you a basic summary of who this person is, just in case someone's tuning in and has no idea. So, Cynthia Bailey has spent 11 seasons, I believe they said, 11 seasons on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? She was one of the housewives. She's been married twice on the show. Early on when she came in, she got married to Peter Thomas. They had ups and downs. They ended up getting a divorce. I'm not sure if we ever really found out. I know I didn't poke around as to why they got a divorce, but they did get a divorce. She spent a couple of seasons being thirsty single, and she called her own self thirsty. So, no need to say that I'm calling people names. She said she was thirsty, not me. She dated and then found Mike Hill. Then she married him in her last season, which I'll admit now I did not watch. RHOA had been bored me. They had been bored me. So I had checked out a while ago. Anyway, so what you're looking at right now, as I usually do when these women have other ventures and other projects and other means of income, and especially when they have been birthed by their popularity or fame from a Real Housewife show, I will dive into it when I do a reading just to see what's going on. So she has a few, offsprings from the show, but the Bailey eyewear was one of the early ones. I don't know if it was the first, but I know it was early on. And the reason why I don't know if it was the first, because I'm going back and forth with her modeling agency versus the eyewear. I don't know which came first, the eyewear or the modeling agency. Please feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know if you know. Okay, so she does have a website. It does work for the Cynthia Bailey eyewear. Okay, that's very important to know. The reason that's very important to know is because when you click on shop, this comes up, 404 page not found, when you click on shop, okay? And I wondered, if you look up to the top and, a little to the left, it has an E and a CC, a C on top of a C. I was like, well, what the heck is that? And I believe I learned anyway, that stands for Eye Candy Creations, which is one of her affiliates. Her affiliates seem to kind of go back to her. So the affiliates are at the bottom, and this is what was at the bottom of her website: Eye Candy Creations, the Bailey Agency, School of Fashion, Marketing Camp, and the Cynthia Bailey Model Search. Now, I don't know if y'all had heard. I didn't even feel like going into this and getting the evidence of it, because hopefully she's resolved it. But she did have a model search. Someone did win, and they threatened to sue her because she did not give them the prize. She ended up saying that one time she was on Watch What Happens Live, she said she did end up giving them the prize. It was just a miscommunication with staff and everything. So we're going to leave it at that, because, hey, Garcelle had a misunderstanding with her staff when it came to paying that $5,000 to Kyle, and I believe that 100%. So, and I'm not getting ready to say no percentage on Miss Bailey Hill. Okay, we're going to just keep going. Now, what I wondered was, where's her suitcases, luggage? She had luggage, suitcases that she was having her child be the feature model of, the brand ambassador, she called her. And when I looked that up, I got almost nowhere. And I say that because what I found was someone saying, well, I found Bravo advertising it, and then another article saying the only way to order her, it's called Bailey Cargo, and the only way to order it was on their website, and they don't have a website. So I thought that was not good. They do, however, she has her cargo, Cynthia Cargo, on Instagram and Facebook. And I believe it's Cynthia Bailey Cargo, or Cargo by Cynthia Bailey, something like that. But so far as ordering it on their website, there's no, I could not, as of right now that I'm recording, okay, I could not find a Cynthia Bailey Cargo website. And as you can see, the only website that I saw working was the eyewear, and her affiliates down here don't say anything about cargo. And it's too bad, because they were cute. So I don't know what happened to them. But let's continue. More unfortunate news as I dove in, and I'm gonna be honest, this is the one time where I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't dive in so much, but I got to bring you guys the truth no matter what. And it's not even like Cynthia's my favorite. Cynthia's like vanilla to me, you know what I'm saying? She's not good or bad. Bailey is bland Bailey is what I call her. She's just there, kind of like, you know wallpaper paste or something. I don't know. She's just there. You know what I'm saying? But, at the very top of your screen, you can see the tabs that I had open as I clicked on each and every one of her affiliates, which are her other businesses and stuff. It was saying this site has stepped out for a bit. Looks like this domain is not connected to a website yet. And then again, this site has stepped out. Just a bunch of that. As you can see at the top, site suspended, error, site suspended. Now, the Eye Candy Creations, that one, when I clicked on, so earlier, the what I just showed you guys was when I clicked shop, okay? It came up with a 404 error. However, when I clicked on Eye Candy Creations, let me show you what happened. So when I clicked on Eye Candy Creations, it was the, you see what I have highlighted right there in the middle of the screen? It was the Cynthia Bailey eyewear, FUBU frames, and a coupon. All right, let's go. Okay, so my regular stages already know this, but for those of you who are new, welcome and thank you for joining us. The way these sessions work is there are 5 cards with 5 positions and then a bonus 6th one. So we're going to start out with the past, and this is relating to the question that I asked. The question is, why did Cynthia come to the conclusion, the decision to leave Real Housewives of Atlanta? All right. The past card is very important because this is the major influence on the decision. This comes from the past, which is a major influence for the decision that is made. Her past card is the Tower, and it suggests that she's being offered a new position in this franchise creates chaos due to sudden increases in responsibility. Most likely a closer look into her and Mike's marriage. If there aren't any issues, this would most certainly create one. Okay? So the Tower card. The Tower card is when something comes out of the blue and causes chaos in your life. Something that you just didn't expect to happen. And it causes some kind of chaos. And 90% of the time, it's like negative. It's looked upon as negative chaos. But then there's that 10% where it's a sudden change, but it wasn't chaos. So the core of it is definitely a sudden change, and chaos is usually right there with it. My guess is that they told her, look, you've got to step it up, and we want to dive more into you and Mike and your marriage. What's that dynamic? Maybe they wanted to dive into, there's no telling what they wanted to dive into, because he wrote that book about cheating and all that kind of stuff. That was the only time I think that the audience was genuinely interested in their relationship, when he had that party of like 50 women friends. It was no men's, just women's. And they started talking sexual and all kinds of crazy stuff. That was like, possibly, besides, it's neck and neck with her problems with Peter's finances, or lack thereof. That was, a previous time when she captured the audience's interest. And then came Mr. Hill, with, the cheating and all that kind of stuff. So that was another time that the audience was very, very interested. And you know what's sad about it, now that I'm saying it out loud? It really wasn't like her. Has she ever captured the only time she captured my interest, well, actually discussed, was when she, kind of did that back and forth lying thing with Kenya and Nene, But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's continue. The present card is 10 of Swords. Now, usually, this is an image of, you guys know I'm big on imagery, okay? And the Rider Waite one is of a man lying on the ground with 10 swords stabbed in his back as he bleeds to death. All right, I know it sounds gory, but with this deck, which is the As Above and So Below, this is the So Below deck by Barbara Moore. As you can see, she took a totally different approach to it. Okay, this card suggests that she may be dealing with office politics that have left her feeling defeated. Perhaps colleagues have been talking about her shortcomings as it relates to her contribution to the job. I'm sure they have. Okay. Did she even open up last season? Like I said, I didn't tune into last season. Last season being the Bolo season or whatever, I was just not interested, to be 100% honest. So did she open up about any issues that her and Mike may have? Did she open up about her personal life at all? I don't know. You guys got to fill me in the comments, okay? Feel free. I love to discuss. I love to have an open discussion in the comments, you guys, okay? Because that's what she's been pressured to do. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up. Okay, I was going to say pulling it up. I ain't pulling it up. Spirit pulled it up with the cards. The other women, the colleagues, because it could be producers, pressuring her to give more, say more, expose more of herself, and this feeling of her feeling defeated. Either she's not willing to do that, to dive deep into their relationship, or maybe there isn't any mess, okay? Which is a good thing. That's a good thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's a good thing to not have no mess. The only thing is, when you have a picture perfect life, you don't make for good reality TV. And that ties into the past. The past was the tower. And I told you guys 90% of the time, it's sudden change with chaos. I said, but there's a 10% where it's just sudden change and there's no chaos. There's no negativity to it. It's just sudden change. This could be the sudden change that she was faced with, which the change is that maybe she's being tasked by producers that you need to come with some mess. And if you don't have any mess, Cynthia, you've got to go. That is a sudden change. But in my eyes, it's not a negative one. Let's continue. All right. And what she sees as the best of this decision is represented by the Chariot, which is a major arcana. So that's a very good sign. Chariot usually is a sign of moving forward. Okay. Forward movement. Okay. It kind of is reminiscent of when this is in the best, it's like a person feeling like it's only up from here. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. She feels motivated to work towards what she believes in as a representation of herself. Okay, starting mess with Mike and all that, and putting that on reality TV with these messy bitches. And she know her good friend, her good friend Kenya will come for her too. You okay? The same way she did with that wine. When she asked her all them questions about wine and clowned her and threw shade that she didn't know about wine, but she has a wine. Anyway, she just wasn't here for it. She feels that's the way to succeed, which is moving towards what she believes is a good representation of herself. This has helped her form a clear understanding of what she wants for her career and what her career destination is. Okay? Because when you're pushed, she was pushed. I don't think she's been pushed previously. I think she's skated the last few years. I think she kind of skated. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, she was pushed, and it made her envision and create in her mind what her career looks like and what her career destination is. All right? And that just wasn't, whatever it is they was talking about, wasn't it.
So here we are at what she imagined to be the worst. And I want to point out, so far, this is the only card that was in reverse. And it's 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles is the quint. The quint is the money, honey. The worst. So right off top, she is looking at the money. So whatever income that was, she was dependent on it. And it's going to be a hit. It's going to be a big hit. Now, of course, when your money gets reduced, you take a hit, obviously. But this one is a little different because it feels like she was dependent on it. Some people are just like rich to where, if their income is reduced by, $1 million, they're still rich, okay? And I'm not saying she's getting paid $1 million. I didn't even look that up. But I'm just saying, whatever amount she's getting paid, when she takes this hit, it's going to be a hit, okay? And so as she made the decision, and you know what, and I'm being graceful in saying she made the decision. I'm not for sure if it was hers to make. However, this is what surrounded her announcing it and accepting it. And again, I'm going to say making the decision. The worst of it is 10 of Pentacles. 10 being, the best. And she went all the way up to 10 and put that in reverse. Okay? So she needs to get cracking with all the rest of them businesses she has. She needs to get for real about it. In case she wasn't for real, she needs to get for real. Anyway, let me read my summary. Y'all know how I can be. So the worst. Reverse, 10 of Pentacles. When it comes to RHOA, the 10 of Pentacles suggests that her job may be unstable, especially for the long term. In the worst case scenario, it suggests the dissolution of the relationship with the entire company. So it's time to see what she can salvage. Okay, so she's looking to put some stuff together. All right. Because she doesn't. Ooh, no, they didn't. Spirit showed me she doesn't. She doesn't want to be in. I'm trying to say this diplomatically. She doesn't want to be put in a position where she can't work with them again on something else. For instance, what she just completed, I believe, the housewives vacation or whatever that is. I don't know what it's called, but when a few of them went on the 2-week vacation and they're gonna make that something. So she's open to be a friend to the show. She's open to work on other things. So the worst would be if she couldn't, like if her connection was just, they want to say, see, I don't want to bring in nobody else's name, but they keep showing me she don't want to have a contentious relationship with them the same way that Nene does. Okay, but my thing is, how she know what kind of relationship they got with Nene? She don't know. They don't talk, to my understanding. But anyway, they keep showing me that she doesn't want a relationship with them. She don't want to burn bridges. She don't want to leave a bad taste in their mouth. Bam. That's the best way I can say it. The worst would be if she were to leave a bad taste in their mouth and, they don't want to work with her again in no capacity ever, or if they got to think twice. She wants to just be very, very pleasant. Okay? Moving right along. What's to come? New horizons. This is what she sees as to come, because I did look up what she had to come. And she responded, and I should have wrote it down as a quote, but this is not a quote. And again, everything is alleged and so on and so forth. But she said something about she didn't have anything in mind. She's just going to go to LA and work or something like that. Something very general, but she did say she didn't have anything on the horizon. But, excuse me, new horizons in her career. Excuse me, you guys. Allergies. Expanding her career options. This is what she sees, like she's ready for the world type of thing. You know how they're showing me an image of her like flinging open a either a window or a doorway outside, and you know how the breeze comes in and you're just like just so refreshed. She's making room. She's looking forward to expanding her career options, okay? Right now, as we speak, Cynthia has new opportunities to explore in her career. I believe even though we didn't, I think she's being hush-hush. Let me put it like that. She's the type right now, she's being very careful. Oh, Mike is telling her to be, okay, so Mike is helping her to know when and what to talk about. He's encouraging her to be selective about her announcements until something is for sure, which is smart. That's very, very smart. That's very, very smart. And I'm happy to see them work together as a team like that. Not that I had heard anything different, because I didn't. But just what Spirit is showing me. I like this. I like that. I like it. Plus, she need to, in my opinion, okay, Indigo Sage's opinion, just move in with your man wherever city you settle in. Because she had mentioned she was going to go to LA. But, just whatever city you settle in, just settle. And that's just my 2 cents, okay? And just enjoy him, you know what I'm saying? Like, live with him, enjoy him, fuss at him about getting his dirty socks up off the floor, do a little bit of that, But anyway, moving right along. Now, energy influence was so interesting to me. I hollered. Now, the energy influence is the bonus card. And the bonus card is 4 of Pentacles. Okay? 4 of Pentacles. So basically, it's the imposter syndrome, paranoia, and avoiding collaboration. That's the energy. Now, I know I just got done saying she wants to leave that door open to work with them, and that's true. Avoiding collaboration could be pertaining to numerous amount of things, okay? Because, like I said, I feel like she's getting offers that she's not telling us about, and that's perfectly fine. Now, this paranoia and imposter syndrome is connected. What I need to say as to the reason why I hollered when I saw this is because she has imposter syndrome in common with Dorit Kemsley from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That was also in Dorit's reading. And also, I don't know if you guys seen it. If you didn't, I'll connect it. But I kept saying Spirit is showing me that Dorit is seeing Cynthia. She has flashes of Cynthia, like visions of Cynthia. She keeps seeing Cynthia, and she didn't want to be Cynthia. Not that she didn't want to be her, or she didn't want to be in that position. And that position was, whenever somebody say, who do you think can go? Because y'all know at the end of the year, these housewives, at the end of their season, we're always asked who can go. And without a doubt, one name for RHOA that always came up, I think since she first came on the scene, was Cynthia. And Dorit did not want to be like that. Spirit kept showing me that. And so I said it, a few times in Dorit's reading. And here we go. Look at here. They both have the imposter syndrome in common. Okay? What is the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome, this is a shortened definition. You can find a longer one on the Dorit read. Imposter syndrome, also known as imposter phenomenon, imposterism, fraud syndrome, or the imposter experience. It is a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent, internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. Did I do a clarifier for that? No. Hindsight is 2020. I feel like I should have, but we're here now. So what I may do later on, because I have so many reads lined up, so I don't have time right now. Later on, I may come back to clarify if she gives me a reason to come back. You know what I'm saying? Because Cynthia is kind of, But I'm bringing this to you guys for all the Cynthia fans or anyone who may just be curious about why and what she was thinking about, not returning. Let's keep going, because guess what? Normally this is the end, but there is a card. There's another card. This card was weird. And I say that because it wanted to come out, and honestly, I felt like I was done. So, and I knew I wasn't going to invest too much time because I didn't want this reading too long. but I took it anyway. Okay, it popped out, and I'm like, okay, should I not take it? But you know what? I decided to go ahead and take it just to give you guys a bonus on top of a bonus. Now this was, and I called it Energy Secret, because this is like some stuff that she, being Cynthia, don't want nobody to know. It was in reverse, and it's judgment. She's been too harsh on herself about this ending. She's reminiscing and reviewing movements she's made in the past as it relates to the show to determine if she's made mistakes, and she's doing the what if dance. Spirit is sending her the message of making amends and moving on. She may not publicly admit this, but she's left with a lingering sense of doubt about her own abilities as a force in the realm of reality TV. Now, what Spirit means by making amends and moving on, whatever mistakes, or especially that what if dance, every once in a while we all kind of do it. What if I had done this? What if I had done that? What if this had happened this way? How would it have turned out? You know, that's what I call the what if dance. Whatever mistakes or whatever it is that she feels like she may have made, Spirit is encouraging her to make amends and move on. Okay? And this is something that's just kind of secretly inside of her, the way she feels. I don't even know if she told Mike that she feels like this, but she feels like this. Okay? All right, you guys, we have reached the end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to click like and subscribe. Don't hesitate to ring my bell, because like I said, I have so many more readings lined up for you guys. Okay, I took like a week off, and boom, bayou, how you like me now, pladow. So many things happened, so many readings lined up. Hopefully this didn't sound too rushed, but I kept it sweet and short and sweet. And I want to, as always, thank you guys so much for your support. It means everything, okay? Thank you so much. Be safe and wash your hands.